Incoming transmission.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 27th of March 2025. Now, I had a look at Rainbow Islands the other day on the Amiga. Today, this is a ROM hack on the Sega Master System. Now, what have they changed exactly? Well, you'll be pleased to hear. I mean, I don't know if you actually realised that the original release for the Master System version of this was actually based on an NES version. So there weren't a lot of colours. In fact, there was only 3 colours on the rainbow. Hey, you see? So, what have they actually done? Well, so although it's a hack, they've actually tidied the game up quite a lot, which is quite a nice thing. So if we go through the bits that they've changed first, and then we'll go through the general review stuff. Anyway. Okay, so you ready? So they've sorted out the main intro screen, which is always a nice thing to do. They've shown a heads-up display for showing the diamonds that you've collected, which I don't think happened before, which is always nice. And they're also in there, like, colour. Proper colours and that. Rainbows have been offsets as well, palette adjustments in all levels, which I think you can see just from this first little bit of gameplay here that I'm on. Main character design is now inspired by the arcade version, which is cool. A lot of enemies have had colour makeovers and redesigned to fall more in line with the arcade version, which is sweet. The rainbow hurry up and goal in are now coloured, which is great. Sound and music enabled in stage 5, and that's about it really. But that's quite a list of stuff that's been changed. Now, as you can see here, it's a little bit more arcade-like now, which is nice. Now, I'm guessing it's due to limitations, but the Master System doesn't have 3 rainbows; it can only maintain 2. I'm not sure why. That really does sort of puzzle me, because the Spectrum could do 3, and we all know the limitations of the Spectrum's hardware. But I digress. But this is actually really, really nice. You can see there's a little bit of slowdown when there's multiple things on screen at once, but you've got to expect that anyway. I'm not really too fussed about it. It doesn't detract anything for me anyway. It's nice and speedy though, which is cool. The jumping's a lot better as well. I've always had problems with Rainbow Islands and its jumping, but this seems to have sort of got round that and given it a nice jumping mechanism, which is cool, and it makes the gameplay just a little bit smoother, which is quite nice, to be quite honest with you. Now, as you can see here, we are getting diamonds as we go. You can use your rainbows to collect all of the items that you see on the screen, as long as you're within range. Or you can just shatter your rainbows above them and you'll still collect them. So you don't actually have to run to everything if you don't want to. Just conjure up a couple of rainbows, shatter them over the top. Job's done. So that's really nice. The backgrounds and everything else, fairly simple and plain, but then you'd expect that on an 8-bit system. So, again, I'm not worried about that at all. But I love the designs. They've really gone to town on the enemies design and colorations as well, which is cool, because now we're playing a much more arcade accurate version of the game. That's always a good thing. So you can see here that we're getting diamonds galore. Now I've heard that you can get different coloured diamonds depending on where you are on the screen, but I don't really know what colours go where, so I'm just doing this through pot luck. But yeah, this is actually more of a true representation of Rainbow Islands, I would say. Now, we looked at the Amiga version the other day, and so it's not too far off that. Although the Amiga's a little bit more beefy than the Sega Master System, but that's fine. But this really does give Master System owners a little bit more of an arcade perfect game. Now, I've got all the diamonds now. So now all I've got to do to get the diamond at the end of the level is to survive the rest of the levels until the boss. Defeat the boss, and then I get to have a big diamond of my very own. Hurrah! But if you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, then you'll know that's not always possible when it comes to me and my gameplay. So we're going to try anyway. But I do like Rainbow Islands. It's one of those games that sticks with you. Once you've played it, but you kind of remember it. A bit like Bubble Bobble, which I incidentally is the first game in the series. And then you've got Bubble wait a minute. There's a few games in this series, because obviously it was Bubble Bobble, then there's Rainbow Islands, which is the story of Bubble Bobble 2, and then there was Parasol Stars, which is in the same universe, and then you've got Bubble Symphony, Bubble Memories, and all that kind of thing as well, which are, again, all within the same sort of universe, or within the same meta as the game. So, by the way, if you've not heard any of those, I have reviewed them all. So check it out on my videos, and just go to the search bar, and then put in whichever one you want to look for, and it should bring it up for you. So there you are. Lovely. Anyway, I can't believe it's Thursday. Now, there's a bit of a change of schedule next week, because at the end of next week, or Thursday next week, I have to go away for a couple of days. So there will be no reviews next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I should be back on the Monday. So, yes, there's a little bit of a break. But I will make up for lost time, and bring you some goodies over the time that I'm back. So, there. Anyway, it's not a holiday. It's I've got to go and coach judo for the World Games in Holland with my judoka. So, be a bit crap if I wasn't there, really, wouldn't it? Being as I'm their sensei and all that jazz. Anyway, that's the schedule for next week. I might try and squeeze in 2 reviews instead next week. I'll try and do the full 5, but spread over the 4 days I've got. So leave that with me, and I'll see what I can do. But there you are. Nice as well. Once you get all the diamonds, you get to choose a crate here as well, or a chest. Whichever chest is in there, you get a mystery item. So there you go. Lovely. We like mystery items. But all the levels are intact, and they are so much more colourful. I think they've done a really good job with this, to be honest. Really pleased that you guys decided that you wanted to see more ROM hacks, because you know what? They're not evil. They don't detract anything from the original game, I don't think, anyway. In fact, games like this, they've made better. ROM hacking is good. Obviously, you can still play the originals. You don't have to play the ROM hacked versions, but I think it's nice to be able to see differences that people have made, especially in recent years, because as we know, the retro scene has suddenly exploded again, and we are into remakes and things like that. And people have found out just how powerful these old machines actually were. There's some absolutely jaw-dropping stuff on the 8-bits. So it's good to be able to bring those and show you something a bit different too. Anyway, the animations are all nice as well. You can see after a couple of rainbows on screen that you start to get the odd flickering here and there. But again, it really doesn't surprise me. I like the little diamond counter they've added in. That's quite nice. So how do you get gems? Well, you either trap them in the rainbow and then explode the rainbow, or you shatter a rainbow above their heads like that. And then you follow it down. So there you go. Now we've got 3 diamond colours out of the possible 7. But you do need a full house in order to get your big diamond at the end of the level. But again, I don't know whereabouts on the screen you need to explode them to be able to get the different colours. But there's another one. Controls are nice and simple as well. You've got left, right. And then you've got your rainbow button. There is no up and down because you can't climb or drop down or anything like that. So it's all based on your rainbows, climbing over your rainbows, and that's about it, really. So nice and easy, and the controls are responsive as well, which is nice, because if you don't have a responsive control mechanism, games like this are just going to suck, because a little bit of precision is needed at times. Now, at the end of every 4 stages, you get a boss. You just saw the spider boss a few minutes ago. There are multiple bosses. I remember on the Specky version, I used to get to the vampire level, or the scary, like, horror level. And I used to get killed by the bloody boss of that one. So, but we'll see how far we get with the time that we've got. I hope you're having a good week so far, by the way. And if you do like my content, by the way, if you wouldn't mind sharing, and just clicking that little notification button, then you'll get notified whenever there's new content up on the channel. And I do appreciate all of you doing that, so thank you very much to those that do that. And if you haven't done it yet, why not? It doesn't cost you anything. There you go, got all the diamonds now I need for the stage. Whoop, there you go. So you can see, even though I am actually collecting the pots to increase my rainbows to 3, it's not happening. I think it's just hardware limitations, I'm guessing. I suppose all the colour schemes the Spectrum didn't have to worry about. I guess that's why it could do 3 rainbows at a time. But hey, never mind. The game's still bloody good. So there you are. The sound of the music's good. They've changed the tune seems to have changed a bit though. It's kind of there, but it's slightly different, if that makes sense. But that's not a bad thing, because the tune is still perfectly acceptable. There we go, we're on World 2-4 now, so after this one we should get a boss. And I think it's the helicopter one, which is a bigger version of that little dude there. So, oh, they're dropping bombs now. They're dropping bombs. It's nice. So, yes. Yeah, so you've got all the sound effects as well. You've got the sound effects as you produce your rainbows. You've got them as you collect items as well. So there you go. Got nice little sparkly star sound effects as well, which is lovely. But yeah, everything just comes together. It's, like I said, it's much more of an arcade experience for Master System owners, which is a grand thing to have. I love the little arm waving as he goes down there. Look, I've gone all the way down to the bottom of the screen. Whoopie-doo. Which is Scooby-Doo's brother. Anyway, it's an absolutely fantastic little game, and if you haven't played it on the Master System, I suggest you play this version, because it's got a slightly better, like I say, it's got a slightly better colour scheme. The enemies have been redone a little bit to represent the arcade version a bit more. I think this one is a much more arcade-accurate one for you to start with. If you want to play the original Master System one, I'm not going to stop you. But at the same time, I would like you to try this one. I'll put a link in the description for you, so you can go download it yourselves. And then you can have a look and see what you think, personally. Because I like you to make your own informed decisions. I can only comment and think what I enjoy or don't enjoy about a game. So there you are. There he is, big helicopter with his big smiley face. How can these enemies be, like, threatening, you know? They're so cute looking. Anyway, playability is absolutely on the money here. Absolutely love it. It's as playable as the arcade, and the arcade was a damn good one. So you've got no problems there. So if you like Rainbow Islands, and you ever thought about playing the Master System version, well, now's a good time to have a go, isn't it? So there you go. Replay value is absolutely there as well, because there's no saves and there's no password system. So if you don't actually get it done, then you'll have to go back and do it again. And again. And again. So it's quite generous with lives, as you can see. I haven't lost one yet. I would say the difficulty level might be a bit easy, but I don't know. It just might be that my game playing skills for this game are so honed that I've done a pretty good job on it. I just don't know. But anyway, that's Rainbow Islands, the Colour Dance Edition for the Sega Master System, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And here's the horror level. It's about as horrifying as teddy bears, really, isn't it? But that's it. I will be back tomorrow with your end of week review. So thanks ever so much for tuning in. Really appreciate each and every one of you doing so. And like I said, if you like the channel and you like what I'm pushing out, then by all means, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and there's plenty of videos. If you're new to the channel, I've got lots of videos on the channel, 700 plus, nearly 800 actually now, yeah, new reviews every day. So there you go. Welcome to the channel if you've just joined us, and hello to all of you extra special fans that have stayed since day one. Thank you ever so much. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then, and as usual, you keep it retro, and it's bye for now. Bye-bye!
while you're here. You remember games from the yesteryear, games with pixels and that bleep bloop sound. But boy, they were the very best games in town. We light up the night, neon dreams in our eyes, arcade machines whispering low, pixelated worlds where we all come alive. Level up high, let the good times flow. Joystick in hand, we're reliving the past. High scores and laughter, we're making it last. With every coin drop, we're forging a bond. In this pixel paradise, we'll always respond. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes. Let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow. In the Retro Gaming Club, let's go, let's go. Flashback to battles, we'll play side by side. Power-ups and hearts, love in disguise. We'll race through the levels, collect all the coins. In this timeless adventure, we're waiting to join. Crashing 8-bit beats, igniting the night. From pixels to dreams, we'll take flight. With every button pressed, our spirits ignite. In this retro wonderland, everything feels right. Welcome to the Retro Game.